Greetings, Ashen, the comic book hunter here, for another new comic book hunt. This week, I'll be pursuing upcoming titles from next New Comic Book Day. So without further ado, let's get to the meat of it. The first title I suggest is X-Force number 10. This series has been excellent. No pun intended. But if you haven't been reading X-Force, go pick this up however you can. Get the trade paperbacks, floppies, whatever you want to do. In Jonathan Hickman's new world that he's building with the X-Men, how things function now, this has to be the best title in my opinion. And if you miss this, you're really missing a lot. I love what they're doing with Wolverine and Domino. Just so many interesting stories tying together. Very shocking and brutal at times, but it's always captivating. So if you missed out, pick up X-Force number 10, get the rest of the series, do yourself a favor. Next up, we have DCeased, Dead Planet. Don't exactly know what they're going to be doing with this series, but it seems like they will be tying up a lot of loose ends. There's so many threads left hanging, and I think this is the place it's all going to come together. It's going to be very important, especially for people who've been reading DCeased up until this point. Anyway, highly recommend you check this out. Next we have Ghost Rider number 7. If you haven't been reading Ghost Rider, why not? You must not like Ghost Rider then, because this has been one of the best Ghost Rider runs since the 90s, no doubt. You've got Johnny Blaze being the King of Hell. You've got Danny Ketch having his mantle changed to the Spirit of Corruption. There's so much changed in this series to make things interesting, and I really can't wait to see how it all plays out. Of course, Johnny Blaze is paranoid now. He's been fending off the forces of hell to hold on to his crown. He went and kidnapped Mephisto from Doctor Strange, and battles broke out. It's been a crazy series so far and a fun ride. I highly recommend it. Here we have Batman, The Adventures Continue, number 2. The art wasn't spectacular in the first book of this series, so that was a little off-putting, but it did have that classical feel of, the Batman animated series, which most people feel is the definitive version of Batman. So if you love that series and you want to see a little more of that, what might be going on in that universe, then I highly recommend you go and check this out. Lastly, we have Strange Academy number 2. There was a lot of heat on the first issue, a lot of new characters introduced. You're probably going to want to check this out. Scotty Young's a pretty good writer. There was a bit of stuff that I didn't like in the first issue, but there wasn't enough to where I wouldn't be interested in picking up number 2, especially with who knows who else they might introduce in this. So if you're just a collector, for value, you could check this out. Or if you want to read an interesting story that doesn't suck too much, then go ahead and check out Strange Academy number 2. Well, this was my new format. Normally I'm going to be doing 2 videos a week. The other one I would be doing reviews, but there was not enough content for that video, so you're just getting this one for this week. I appreciate everyone who stopped by and watched my new format. It's a little bit shorter. And, well, I hope you all have a great day. Yes.